A document in the recently released files that has been circulating widely on social media along with misinformation and has been sent to me a lot asking me to talk about it. And it's related to the idea of non-human entities and beings possessing these elites that took part in activities on Epstein's Island and why they targeted prepubescent children in order to feed off of their energy. I feel a certain sense of responsibility to talk about this document and what it means because we have covered topics of possession and non-human entities on this channel. Before I get into that, though, I would like to say that it's been 8 days since this recent batch of files have been released and there have been 0 arrests. Let that sink in, okay? Can someone make me a counter because I'd like to keep track and put that on screen anytime I talk about this topic. The file in question is EFTA 00103831, and I'm referring specifically to pages 38 through 40. The person who sent this email, whose name is Gene James and is mentioned 11 times in the files, alleges that these non-human entities possess the pedophiles and then use the pedophile as a conduit to harvest energy from these prepubescent children. The idea, I think, then, is that these children, before going through puberty, have a stronger life force then, because somehow puberty is said to dilute it. Now, it's important to use discernment here, because what this email actually was a tip to the FBI, who are required to keep all tips on file. Whether it was investigated or substantiated, we don't know. There's nothing else about this specific topic. However, the person that sent this email, Gene James, sent 11 other emails to the FBI with tips, and a lot of those were addressed to Geoffrey Berman, who is the former U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, who also was the one that subpoenaed for information related to the identity of the anonymous user on 4chan who posted about Jeffrey Epstein being switched out the night before his supposed suicide. This file is essentially impossible to challenge on legal grounds. It's impossible to prove on a technical basis. It was sent by a private citizen in an unsolicited way. So this person, Gene James, was not someone who was on the island, who did not know Jeffrey Epstein. Doesn't somehow prove that these people were possessed. Now, I'm not saying that they weren't worshiping something old, something ancient. We don't know. I feel like people making the blanket statement of like, oh, these people were possessed by non-human entities and that's why they were doing it, that sort of negates the gravity of like the horrendous crimes that these people actually committed. It's okay if you believe that there's like spiritual warfare going on. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying that let's not forget that these were actual people who made these choices to do these things to children.